Cause yeah, so there's some good stuff going on, especially like the Penguin. The Penguin is like, I was watching Agatha all along
Mm-hmm.
on Disney Plus. I just finished it the other day. When I tell you that was probably besides Loki season two, because I know that was like one of the last things that came out. Agatha all along is better than Deadpool and Wolverine by miles. I did not like Deadpool and Wolverine. I did not like it. It
Mm-hmm.
was it okay? Yeah, it was okay. I would I watch it again?
I'm not gonna go watch it twice.
But Agatha All Along was probably the best TV series that Marvel has put out in like the past 2 years. It's
Mm-hmm.
better than Moon Knight. It's better than Secret Invasion. It's better than all of that. It's crazy.
Did you see the Venom movie yet?
I'm watching it tomorrow,
Okay.
and I'm kind of scared. Kind of scared. I heard a very strong mixed
Yeah.
opinions about it. I hope I hope it's not true what I heard. I've heard things. I really hope it's not true. Sony is doing something and we're
Mm-hmm.
not excited. No one's happy for it. No one doesn't want it. Sony is trying to build something out of themselves with the characters that they still have from Marvel, and they're like, this is good. We
Mm-hmm.
gave you Morbius, we gave you Venom, we gave you what's that Craven the Hunt.
Yeah,
We
we
gave
get
you.
no. They didn't give us that. They that movie never dropped.
It never
Remember,
dropped.
it never dropped. Craven never dropped. They pushed it back. They never gave us Craven.
Oh well, they gave us Madam Web. They're gonna give us Craven.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna give us the Sinister Six or whatever or seven.
It comes out the
It's
13th of December. Craven.
That's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous. No one's not seeing that.
In
Nobody's
December though. Yeah, I feel like it should have came out
nobody's
this
watching
month, if
that.
anything.
Nobody's watching that. And like, come on, be serious.
They
Like,
they're they're bringing so it. I don't know what the fuck is going on over there. And
and then they're trying they're move those movies. It's like they're trying to like the movie industry is terrible with on how they handle villains. Let
mm-hmm,
villains be villains. Let them be evil. Stop giving us sympathy sob stories on,
mm-hmm.
oh, we feel bad for them. We understand why they're the villains. They're villains. Let
They're
them be
making it.
evil.
And
Let them be evil.
Disney started that trope where it was like,
Yeah.
man, like there's a backstory, like they drop anti-heroes now where it's like, he could have been a hero, he could have not been, like, and everybody's trying to reciprocate that concept that they got when they gave us Killmonger. Everybody wants a Killmonger where it's like this guy is super relatable. He's just going about it the wrong way. He's super relatable though, but no, because it was a for him, it kind of had a lot of like, okay, like, but he was cool with being a villain. He was like, I'm doing this, do it.
Yeah, like
And
that's what people can forget. People forget that. Like, yes, I think Killmonger was the closest anyone could relate to as a villain in modern history now,
mm-hmm.
but people also forget and lost the translation that Killmonger was wrong and
Yeah, he was
and
wrong.
knew it. He was wrong,
He
a
knew.
hundred percent wrong. Like he was gonna drop like Wakanda vibranium weapons
he,
in Compton.
he said, he said, I'm doing a bad. They said you're doing a bad thing. He said, I know. He said,
Yeah, I know. Like,
like it. That's where it go back to because James Gunn gave us. That's why Marvel. James. That's but Disney and Marvel couldn't handle James Gunn. He
no,
was too raw. He was too raw. He said, nah, I'm just gonna drop the person that kills people. What you
yeah,
talking about, James?
the
Nah,
last Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah,
no.
yeah,
I think that the evolution, that the whatever the hell his name was, is just gonna kill people.
yeah,
Like he's just gonna be a guy that kills people,
yeah.
and that's just what it's gonna be. And that's
He's
what he
yeah.
did. There was no fun sob story where it was like, dang, why is this guy so bad?
He was
Why is
just
he doing it?
evil.
No, he was evil, and he needs to die at the end. There's no like he needs to die at the end. Like he got to.
Yeah,
Like
he actually gave us reasons as to why. Oh, this motherfucker is evil. Like he gunned
everybody,
down three animals.
everybody.
Yeah,
And that was all his villains. Ronan and Guardians of the Galaxy 1, Ronan got to die. Like Ronan is gonna blow up the world. Like
Yeah.
we got to stop this man. There
And
was
then the father, Quill's
uh,
father.
ego. Ego needs
Yeah.
to die. We blowing up
Yeah.
like
He
it
was
was going.
like, it was a shame I put that tumor in your mother's head.
Bro, yeah, he told him straight up. He said, "Yeah, man, it's a shame I had to kill your mother." Like there was
Like, what the
no,
fuck? Like,
bro looked at him like, "Wait, what?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "I gave your mom cancer,"
yeah.
and it was just that. It was I gave your mom cancer,
He's
and
like, it's
he just
part of
looked.
my nature. It's part of my nature. I've did that to all the mothers.
He said, "Yeah." But we're good. You're a god now, right? Bro
Yeah.
snapped, bro
Yeah.
crashed out. He said, "Hell no,"
Yeah.
and that was just James. Like then he
James
gave us
Gunn.
Peacemaker. Peacemaker was just going around murdering people. They said you're a serial killer. He said, "Yeah, but I'm a hero, right?" He said, "No, you're a serial killer. You're a
You're a
serial
killer,
murderer."
bro. You are a killer. Like,
Like there was no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Bro threw in the White Dragon. Bro's
yeah.
father was the leader of the Ku Klux Klan. Though they called him the White Dragon.
Yeah. Openly. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Like James Gunn is the king of raw shit. Like he did. Like he said, you know what, DC reinventing Superman was cool. Making the what's Ben Affleck Batman, that was cool. But at the end of the day, we got to remember Batman was a fucked up kid. Batman was like, even in the comics, even in some of the animations, Batman was sacrificing the team. Batman said, I'm making some sacrifices to save the greater good. It don't
For
matter who
Gotham.
I'm sacrificing. Like,
For
they
Gotham.
wasn't delivering. They wasn't delivering.
Yeah.
So they said, we're gonna get the emo kid from Twilight, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna get the, like James Gunn said at that board. They said we're gonna get the emo kid from Twilight. We're gonna get the emo kid from Twilight, and we're gonna make him Batman.
We're gonna
And
turn
we're
it
gonna
up.
talk about that whale. We're gonna talk about that whale he fell in as a kid, where he was surrounded by bats for hours in utter darkness. We're gonna talk about that.
Exactly.
We're not gonna add in a cool Ra's al Ghul. We're not gonna have Liam Neeson come in with his suave Irish accent and say, "Oh yeah, you need to learn how to be an assassin." Like, no, we're not doing that. We're gonna say this kid's fucked up. He doesn't leave the mansion. His parents are dead. They're dead. They died. He's
They
seen them
got
die
gunned down in front of him.
in front of him, and that's after the whale. They get gunned down in front of him. In front of him. Ooh. Let's throw in this extra shit. Guess what? And we're gonna build off the Joker and remind people his dad was having an affair. His dad was having an affair. It wasn't all good. There wasn't
Yeah.
nice things happening in that mansion. We're gonna throw that in there.
It
Be like,
wasn't so
okay,
pretty. It wasn't so pretty.
it ain't
It's
so pretty.
basically, yeah, a rich kid in Gotham, and
A
he has a lot of emotions to let out.
lot of emotions to let out. Lot of emotions, like, because we know. We know, like they like to say he's a big hero, but we know Batman was beating the brakes off people to the point where it was like, bro, you got him. They
Got him.
they cut out, like, I don't know if you remember the Arrow series from CW.
Yeah, I
They
remember.
cut out that Batman arc where it was like he came back and he was getting justice, but people were getting killed. Like he was getting justice, but he said he was popping up and saying, "I'm vengeance." There was no "I'm Batman." There was "I'm vengeance." I'm getting vengeance. And then they said, "Guess what? We're gonna throw in the Riddler. We're gonna throw in a terrorist. People are gonna die." And then James Gunn said, "Guess what? When we drop the Penguin series, we're gonna remind them people died during that. That water, that seawall broke.
Yeah.
People died.
People
We're
died.
gonna put in a character called Victor, and he's gonna remind you people died." And they killed his whole family. They said people died.
Whole family.
They said this is gonna be
it
raw.
wasn't the rich people. It was a lot of the people that didn't deserve to die.
A lot of people that didn't
the
deserve
poor
to die.
people.
Batman is. We're gonna let you know he's there, and then we're gonna circle this around Oswald Cobb, and he's going to kill people. Like we're done. We're done with this. Please and thank you, but we're done with the soft shit. You're gonna see Oswald Cobb.
Yeah, yeah. Like it's not even like the Penguin series. It's like I can't get mad at nobody because it's really get ate or eat world. Like it's and
Mhm.
I'm not mad at Oz. I'm not mad at Sophia.
Mhm.
I'm not mad at Vic. They're just trying to survive.
Just trying to
It's
survive.
but they're
Just trying
all
to survive.
villains. They're
Just
all
trying, yeah.
villains. But I can't get mad at it.
Can't get mad
I
at it.
get it.
Did you see the episode before the one that's coming today? The last one?
Yeah.
Vic caught his first body. Vic caught his
Um,
Vic caught his first body. They said
hey,
we're going deep. They
Vic,
said
my boy Vic, he's not playing no games. Like he,
he's not.
I know he didn't want to, but
He's Shorty said let's go to LA and be poor. He looked at her like nah, nah. He said I'm driving around in Maserati.
yeah,
He
Vic
said I
wasn't trying to. He said, I'll give you 2 bands. We'll get back to you later." And bro was
he said
pressing him.
bro was like bro hit him with this. Is that it? He said you're right. You're right. 2 bands a week. How does that sound?
Like,
This week. And they got this
like,
shit right in front of him. He looked at that motherfucker like, yeah,
like, bro, nah.
it's stuttering. It sounds good. Is that 2 bands a week? He said, all right, bro. He said that's 8 grand at the end of the month. Yeah, I can do that. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, no.
And
Vic had to do it. Vic had to do it.
had to do it.
And hey,
Got to do it, and it's like they're going in a good direction because now we're getting those movies where like, okay, yeah, it makes sense. Like, I know they doing a new Superman movie. I don't really like who they casted personally. I feel like I'm so sick of the dark haired white boy for Superman that looks like a nerd by the day and then he's super strong by when he takes off the thing. Like I have sympathy for Henry Cavill because Henry Cavill didn't do anything wrong. They just said
nothing.
we're going a different direction.
Yeah,
But James Gunn knew that because they made Henry Cavill they made him that nice guy, that
yeah,
hero. Man, let me wipe my camera off. They made him that they made him that guy where it was like, okay, I can't have you in my universe anymore because they've already made you what I don't want you to be. And James Gunn said we are going into darker DC. And that was always the main contrast. Marvel is the lighter side of heroes. It always has been. You have your Spider-Man, like you have
yeah,
all of that. Like you have your Iron Man, you have all of these light, bright characters where it's like all these guys are great. The Incredible Hulk, kid puts on those Credible Hulk goes, I want to be strong. DC has always been the darker side of comics.
yeah,
DC has always been like Marvel didn't get dark until Wesley Snipes came out with Blade. That's when Marvel got dark. He was like, whoa, like, and that was the biggest turn for Marvel because that saved them from bankruptcy. Like, and that's
yeah,
why they threw him in that dead because they owe Wesley Snipes. They know they owe Wesley Snipes something because Marvel was about to file for bankruptcy till Blade was like, people were like, whoa, dark
yeah,
leather vampires, I'm with it.
yeah.
DC
Which
has
is so
always
crazy.
been. DC
It's
has been
crazy.
the League of Assassins. Like every hero in DC has the worst backstory, the worst background.
Yeah,
My planet blew up, and now I'm here on Earth.
I'm
Oh,
here on Earth.
Robin, my parents died. They were killed. That Batman got me from the orphanage. He picked me up, or every Robin, Batman got me from the orphanage. Batman picked me up from the circus.
Yeah,
I was doing circus acts. Like it's there's always some dark side of things where it's like, damn, dude, like there is no what did they come up there? What did they come up with when they dropped that canon that canon moment or whatever from when Spider-Man into came out Miles Morales where they said that's his canon event.
yeah,
That everybody in DC has like oh your canon event is like dark. Like you could be a bit you could have been a villain. You could have just said
could have,
F it.
could have.
F it. Like Green Arrow stranded on an island. Had parents dead, murdered, stranded on an island for like 5 years. Comes back. Hey man, you're still rich, I guess.
Yeah,
Like that's what they keep telling all you still got some money on. You, you still got money. Like what do you got to be upset about? Like the only person that really happy is Wonder Woman, and it's like you were born a god. Everybody else is kind of trying to get it out the mud here. Like
yeah. That's
it's
true.
but we knew too much. We knew too much about the Justice League. That's what I feel like was the problem with like we knew too much about the Justice League, and there was so much else going on with everybody else that we really didn't know what the hell. Like, why are the villains the villains? And then That's why I hate what they did with Joker, whatever the hell that was.
I mean, I kind of agree with you a little bit to a certain extent. I think they were just giving us stories that we didn't really want to see,
Mm-hmm.
like Wonder Woman 2. Wonder Woman 2, what was it, 94 or whatever it's called? That
Yeah.
was utter garbage, and that was a story that we didn't really need to see. The only good thing I liked about it was Pedro Pascal's performance and the Cheetah. Cheetah was great. I think the actress that played Cheetah was great, but
Mm-hmm.
that's it. I think we the Justice League and the DC films was already a flop the moment that Martian Manhunter, Green Arrow, the Green Lantern, and Hawk Girl weren't in the original lineup. They
Mm-hmm.
limited to like like 5 or 6 people, and that was it. Like they limited to Flash, Cyborg, Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman. That's it. You were already wrong from there. You
Mm-hmm.
were already wrong from there. We
It was
need the others. We
you
need
put
the
it
others.
you put it in a vacuum and then locked in with tunnel vision and said, hey,
Yeah.
we're not everybody else is just everybody else. Like I remember they gave us Batman versus Superman and didn't even cover why Batman hated Superman at that time. It was
They didn't
just
even. Yeah. It was
here's
just
a
there.
here's Batman versus Superman. Figure it out why they're fighting. And then guess what? We're going to throw in a random villain because you guys like those things. So we're gonna throw in
Random.
Apocalypse and be like,
Figure it out. Boom.
figure it out.
Boom.
He's here.
It made
like
zero
like
sense.
he's here. He's here. And it wasn't Apocalypse. Was it Apocalypse in Batman versus? I know Apocalypse was the Justice
No,
League.
it wasn't. It wasn't Apocalypse. It was Doomsday, I think.
Doomsday. We're gonna throw in Doomsday.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Apocalypse came the next one, or General, whatever the hell his name. From Apocalypse is whatever crony or whatever, and then it didn't get resolved until Zack Snyder's cut, and that's what I hate. Like, I get timelines, but if DC was having an issue where they were so money hungry, where it was like they had a great director, and like his daughter died, and they said, "Oh, you can't deliver in the timeline." Look at someone else to do it.
Yeah. Well,
Take
we
your
need
time.
this. We need this movie to drop now.
Nah, and it was terrible.
So, Morn, we got this.
It was so
Morn, we
bad.
got this.
It was so bad that Zack Snyder's cut looked nothing like it.
At all.
There was so much different that you could tell he was going a whole different direction. And they said, look at someone else to do it. And then when he finally came back online, they were like, drop your cut now. Because that
Yeah.
flopped. But it's going straight to HBO because we're in COVID. So we're gonna take it straight to HBO Max.
And it did so much better.
And it did so much better. I remember having a watch party for the 3 hour long movie. We were all
Yeah.
sitting in my crib back on Hill Street in Louisville, and we were all there. Like, it was a whole thing because we were like, we're finally gonna get what we've been waiting for. And yeah, it was a long movie. Like, he gave us intermissions. It was stacked, but he had to do that to he had to redeem it.
Yeah.
It was a redeeming movie where it was like, I need to add it because they threw in Cyborg as a cyborg, no background, just here's black
The cyborg.
cybernetic. Like,
What was that
where,
about? Like, what the
where's the
fuck?
back? Where's the connection? Like, just said my dad worked on that. And like,
Yeah.
like he just like there was no connection. They just said we know a guy that knows how to work with alien technology. All right, and then and you could tell that there was so much cut out because they were jumping into scenes like we were here now. Hey, knocking on his door.
Yeah.
How'd you find me? We knew where you were this whole time.
Like, what the fuck? Okay.
I know where everybody is. All right.
Yeah.
And then fucking the Flash, whatever that was, when they Ezra Splash, like, dude,
What a movie. What
dude.
a movie. All I could say about the Flash is thank God that they didn't waste the use of reverse flash in it, because that would have been sloppy in itself. I'm glad it came out the way it did, because it would have made shit a lot more complicated than it already was.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah,
It
that
was
was terrible. That was terrible. It
it was
was
like, yeah, they they got they got so deep into this multiverse trope that, for one, it was a complete copy of Marvel. It was a complete and utter copy. They said Marvel is expanding their multiverse concept,
So
so
should
we
we.
so should we. And DC doesn't have as strong of a multi-universe concept as Marvel does. Like, it's
Yeah.
there, like you got Earth, whatever, whatever, or a timeline, whatever, but it's everything is
It's not
everything.
needed.
Not needed.
Not
It's not
yeah,
needed.
it's not needed.
And Marvel figured that out the hard way, but they closed it up. They closed it. They closed it up. They were like,
They're
okay,
trying to close it
they're
up.
trying to
They're
close it
trying
because
to.
they're like, we're trying to fix this. And it started with the last Doctor Strange, where they were like, we gotta start closing some of these loops. And then they brought it into Wolverine, where it was like, or Deadpool and Wolverine, where they're like, okay, Deadpool, we need to get you here from there. But of course, it's on purpose because Disney bought 21st Century Fox. Like, Disney bought 21st Century Fox and started buying some characters back from Sony. So it was in an effort to completely bridge and bring all these characters in that got separated after they were selling characters like stocks. Like, oh, you Sony, you want Spider-Man? You want him? He's yours. Oh, 21st Century Fox. I want the X-Men? They're yours. And Disney came in and said, "We need those back, brother. Like, like we need those back. We don't Disney don't share. Disney don't share. You don't go to
That's fine.
Disney. You don't go to Disney World and see Sony Spider Man. You
I
don't go to
wouldn't.
Disney World. No, we don't share. Not here.
Why would I? It's ass. Like,
And they were like, you're not taking it where they need to go, and we have a plan here. We have a plan that extends into the movie universe and TV shows that we're pushing out on Disney Plus. So we're gonna have to start bridging these gaps. And they said, you all killed off Wolverine. You did. We did it.
we have bigger
You
plans.
you killed off the number one selling X-Men. He's the X-Men. And you did that. You try to destroy a multi-million dollar franchise with Logan. Disney doesn't do that. We keep the ball rolling. Even though Logan
Yeah.
was a great movie and a great end, it was a great conclusion. It was a great conclusion to Hugh Jackman's Wolverine.
Top 5 for sure.
Top Great conclusion. It was something that the people wanted and needed to happen because Hugh Jackman was getting older. And we knew no one could replace Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. But
Yeah.
Disney doesn't believe in that. Disney is like, you're gonna go on forever. And if you can't go on forever, you wear a costume and a mask. Just put someone else in the costume and the mask,
Yeah.
and just keep it going.
AI. Oh no, I'm playing. I'm playing.
Yeah, we'll keep it going. And it doesn't matter how old you get. If you get too old, we'll just say there's another you somewhere else and that looks like you, and we'll give them you. And I'm sorry, we're just gonna let it work. We can put 3 Spider-Mans on screen here at Disney. We can put 3 different Spider-Mans on screen and make it
Hey, y'all gonna eat it. Y'all gonna eat it up.
eat it up. So
Your pick.
your pick. How do you want to do this? Hugh Jackman said, "I guess I'm getting back on board." Like, it would that you can't fight it, and you're gonna hate me for this. You're gonna hate me for this.
What are you about to say?
I don't like the new pick for Green.
You say you don't like what?
I don't like the new pick for Green Lantern. I don't like the person that
Like all of them, or
no,
which specific?
the new actor that they just picked from the Netflix.
They got 3 of them. They got 3 of them.
I don't. I the dude, the black
John
dude.
Stewart.
Yeah, for John Stewart. I don't like the pick.
That. I have no comments. I have no comment. I have nothing nice to say.
And because I feel like I just seen this man come on the scene. I just saw him.
He's a great actor, and I'm not questioning his blackness whatsoever.
He's gonna deliver.
He is.
But
It's
this
just
is John Stewart.
John Stewart. When I think John Stewart being dark skinned is as significant as Storm from X-Men being dark skinned.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
To me personally. like the whole point. That was kind of the I think the origin of why John Stewart was black because of the ink and stuff like that. So we already have issues now in comics and or like comics to live action adaptations, you know what I'm saying, where characters are brightened or
And
lightened
there
up
and there's
for
so many there
whatever
were
reason.
so many good options there. Like Damson Idris. I
Mm,
get it. Like he was a great option. Like because on Idris Elba came in, and I understand Idris Elba is getting older, so it's like you're only gonna be able to go for so long with him being that character. But Damson Idris is a great actor. Damson Idris could have like he could have went and pulled that off and been a young character where it's like okay we got him, but they said we're just gonna pick and that's but that's kind of hero movies things. They like picking people that no one knows. They put them in that starlight, and that becomes their whole thing. They did that with Thor. DC, like Marvel, did that with Thor.
yeah.
Like he was like, what's the guy's name?
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth. We knew Chris Hemsworth, but they said, "Here's Chris Hemsworth. You're gonna, we're going to make you the white Nordic, like girls are gonna fall over on you. Like we're gonna make you that. You're gonna be God of Thunder. Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I can. That conversation was probably like sitting him at. Said, hey, dude, we're about to make you the God of Thunder.
It's gonna take 2 or 3 movies to get you there. But
We're,
yes.
you're gonna, and you're forever gonna be known as Thor.
Thor.
They revitalized Robert Downey Jr.'s career. Robert Downey Jr. was doing crack. We like to forget that. Robert Downey Jr. was going through the struggle. Like great actor, I love him, but he was down bad, and
Yeah.
he got clean to do the role. Like it was the best role that they like. It was for him,
Yeah.
and even though Tropic Thunder came out like a year later, and he was in blackface, and for some reason we've scrubbed that off the internet and sent that movie directly to like Tubi. But it happened, guys. Like he
It
came out in
worked.
blackface a year later, but the movie was already done by the time he
They
came on the
cooked.
screen as Iron Man.
They cooked.
Yeah. But bringing him back as Doctor Doom, I just feel like both of these heroes, like DC and Marvel, they're like, we're gonna make him like will forever see him as Iron Man. And I hate to mimic man, I hate to mimic Megan Good's I kind of see him just as a pet now to Megan Good, honestly. I don't even know what he's doing anymore. Like I seen their Halloween. I said this man is for all intents purposes. Like we're not even gonna get into that. But he said it breaks my heart that they're putting him in as Doctor Doom, and it kind of breaks my heart too because I feel like someone needed that opportunity. Someone needed that opportunity.
It was probably a backpedal. They had to come up with something quick. They was like, if we're dropping Jonathan Majors, we need to let these people know and give them a reason as to why they need to stay tuned.
Stay
What
tuned.
can we do? And somebody in the back said, bring him back. And they were like, bring who back? Bring him. And they pointed to the Iron Man poster. Bring him back.
Bring him back.
That's what it was. They needed something immediately.
And the thing, but a lot of people, he's like 60 now. Like he's old. I seen him in Oppenheimer where he was no makeup, not he was showing his true age.
But he's back as Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom.
And y'all are gonna watch that shit.
We
Y'all
are
gonna
gonna
watch it.
we are
You're all
gonna
gonna
watch.
watch it. You're gonna when that trailer drop, it's gonna shut everybody up. I
Hope,
bet.
but I guess he wears a mask most of the time, so we wouldn't even really.
Yeah, it
see
wouldn't
him
it
under the
wouldn't
mask.
matter. It just depends on how they do
But
it.
I,
We have no clue how they're gonna do it.
Doctor Doom needs to be a villain. Like
Yeah,
Doctor Doom is an iconic villain.
yeah.
There's no, I'm trying to do this for the greater good. There's a,
Mm-hmm.
I am a madman that is trying to take over the world, that is running the Legion of Doom, and I really don't give. I am killing people. Like
Yeah.
it can't be no. Let's give him that sad backstory like the Fantastic Four, where he was like, "You
Nah.
all abandoned me on that planet." for all those years.
Yeah, nah.
Eh, we we tried. Like we tried. We tried to help you. We all got fucked up. He got turned to the thing. We all got fucked up. Like it was no. It was just yeah. Like they just I hate when they just say, oh, they give a villain like I understand not trying to make him seem like a good guy at sort, but I also don't like it when they just throw him in there and say I'm bad. Like why are you bad?
Yeah.
Like why like it's
yeah, there's a point where with every villain where like there should be a clear line of like we understand, but then they take it too far. That has to be displayed with they always take it too far.
It's like Thugnificent from the Boondocks said. What did they do to make those niggas that?
Yeah, what did they do?
Like what did they do? Like
I kind of get it, but I kind of don't.
And that's why I enjoyed what's his name, the black director of Black Panther, because he knew how to give us something where it was like, this is how you make a nigga mad. Like I'm gonna pull up to your hood and kill your daddy.
like Namor. Like I get it. He was just trying to protect his people.
Just trying to protect his people.
I'm
like
not mad at it,
bro. I'm not mad at it. Like I'm just trying to protect my people. You give me a reason where I can protect my people. I'm cool, and we ain't even gonna have to fight no more. I'm cool. Like, and that's what they did. They said, "I got you." He said, "Hey, when the time comes, hey, you got my back. I got yours." Like the enemy of my enemy is my friend. That's all I need to hear. He's doing his thing, and like it really falls on directors and the writers to really put that in there, where it's like, okay, like we got to have something, like, and what we need to bring back in movies, we need to bring back death. We need to bring back permanent. We can't just people tend to ask like George R.R. Martin, why are you so good at this? Kill people. Like there is a point where a character is played out and you need to kill them all. There's a point. It comes a line where it's like, and I didn't watch Game of Thrones for 6 years after it came out. But when I watched it, like I took that whole first season where I was like, he got me into those characters in those first few episodes, and before I knew, he was getting his head cut off. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. Whoa. And you see developers oftentimes hit you with now, we don't do that whole kill off our characters thing. Why not? Like if I see that somebody really need, like, why is he still alive? Like, why you fed us enough.
Yeah.
And that's why Resident Evil works. It's like, I'm looking for my daughter. Where's my daughter? Oh, we cut her up. We chopped her up.
She's done.
Put her in jars.
Yeah.
You're like that one scene where the big dude was like, for that last Resident Evil Village, you're holding your daughter in your hand. And he turned it around as a jar and he had his daughter's head in it. And it's like, you have to have those points where it's like you hit us hard, where we're like, damn.
Exactly.
I didn't expect that. We don't expect permadeath anymore.
Yeah, no.
We don't
ever.
Spider-Man hit so hard, that last Spider-Man, because they killed Aunt May.
And that needed to happen. That's why I liked it. It needed to happen.
It always happens in the Spider. Like that you kill Aunt May or Uncle Owen. They try to go forever without killing Aunt May. And the Green Goblin came back and said, "This is not how this happened. You died." Killed her right then and there. Like it was just exactly. They need that rawness to come back. And I know Disney, we still have to market to children. I get that. But with the way the world is nowadays,
bring the mature content back. Bring the mature content back.
Mature content. Children are seeing far worse on TikTok.
Far worse.
Children are seeing way worse on scrolling than they are now. Like people are growing up, coming into freshman year, saying that the only thing I want to be in my life is the OnlyFans person.
Yeah.
And you can't even knock it anymore. The OnlyFans, the high school to OnlyFans pipeline is producing more people than doctors, than lawyers, than college graduates, and they're making more than all those occupations.
Exactly.
So if you tell me I could graduate and just go on OnlyFans and I could make $100,000 fresh out of high school, and after I develop my content and the time it would take me to get a college degree, I can be making $600,000 a year.
Yeah.
It's easy. That's it. Like you can't convince me it's a bad idea. Well, you're shelling your body. You can't convince me it's a bad idea. You
Get your
can't
bag.
like, and
That's
that's
all I
what
can
I'm trying
say.
to tell the yeah, like
Get your bag. That's all I can say.
get your bag, get your bag. And that's what I'm trying to convince like the developers need to know. Like, I get it, getting
Get
your
your
bag. We're
bag.
gonna watch the movie, but you're also losing more money by not killing off certain characters because the price only goes up. Le- Chris Hemsworth didn't do the didn't do the first Thor movie for the same cost he did the second.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. He said, "I'm getting paid more.
I need more.
I
Even
need
though the
more."
second one was hot garbage.
Yeah, but
Yes.
but as we make more Avengers movies, I need more. Like I'm getting old. Putting on this suit is not getting easy. Like I need more. And not only do I need more because I am way richer than I was when you put me on, and I'm thankful that you put me on. But
But you still got to pay me more.
they got to pay me more because back then $1 million was cool, but now I make $1 million just by existing every other month. Like every month, I need 10 mil. Robert Downey Jr. got so smart. He said, "You can't even pay me enough anymore. You now have to give me a percent of the movie profit and stake in Marvel, and like you have to give me a percent. If this movie makes $1 billion, I want 10%.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of
A
money.
lot.
Like if this movie makes $1 billion, I want 10,
And it
20,
will.
and it
And it
will.
will.
That's just how
And
it's
it
gonna
will.
be.
Like you have to think with the Secret Wars hype, like that's why I said like they had to backpedal and build the hype for this
Mhm.
era that they're going into. Like we won't get a trailer for Secret Wars probably till like late next year. The we like Secret Wars, I think is like the end of that era.
Mhm.
We have to go through, we have to still see Captain America, New World Order. We have to see, the Fantastic Four movie. We have to see like several more movies ahead of Secret Wars in order to even see that. So
And
for
the
them
big
out the gate, 3 years ahead, for them to reveal that Robert Downey Jr. will be playing the character, a villain, that there's more to it. There's
and
more.
there
There's so much more to it.
and the thing is, there's like their timeline for these older actors is so spread that by then Robert Downey Jr. will be like 65 years old.
Exactly.
By then, like how old is how old's the person that plays hold on man, I'm just bad at names today. He plays Colonel Fury, Nick Fury.
Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson. What the
Samuel
fuck?
Jackson, yeah.
That's
Sorry, man.
crazy.
I can't think of names right now. Samuel Jackson.
That's crazy.
Samuel Jackson is already in his 70s.
Yeah, he needs to film that shit.
So it's like you really gotta start filming because like I'm not saying people, I'm not saying people are gonna die, but I'm saying when you start making these timelines where you have a 10-year set of movies and say these are all gonna come out in a span of 10 years, you gotta really think about how old is this person gonna be at the end of this and how longer can we push them? Like you can't you don't see Morgan Freeman in movies anymore for a reason. Like
Oh,
great actor, phenomenal voice actor, but you can't walk him through those roles anymore. He's too old. He could be your voice actor, but he's too old to be walked through those roles anymore. You can't. Same thing is happening with Keanu Reeves. They're saying we can't keep putting him through John Wick. It's too hard on his body. He's in his 60s. We can't keep doing this. Like he might not be in his 60s. He might be in his late 50s, but Keanu Reeves is
oh,
old. Like Keanu
yes.
Reeves we've seen so much of Keanu Reeves. Oh, he's 60 years old. Yeah, he is 60 to the T. We can't keep putting him through these. We can't. It's not going to happen because his body is just not. It's like, yeah, we can put in a stunt double, but the basic
Mm-hmm.
movements of being John Wick, it's tough. Now they're going backwards. They're doing prequels because they're like, we gotta. If we can get someone that looks enough like Keanu Reeves, just younger,
Yep.
and we can say, okay, we got John Wick. Now we just need to build up on it. The same is happening with Damn it. Uh dude. Why can I remember their names in movies, but I can't remember their names in real life? Ethan Hunt, Top Gun,
Top Gun. You talking
Tom
about?
Cruise, Tom
Yeah,
Cruise.
Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is the
Like,
The
yeah, Ethan
yeah,
Hunt, Mission
um,
Impossible, and then yeah, it's like Tom Cruise,
American Jackie Chan. He does all his shit.
American Jackie Chan, but Tom Cruise is in his 60s.
Yeah, still
Tom
still
Cruise,
doing his own stunts in Mission Impossible.
62 years old, and yeah, we could say it's keeping him young or whatever, but he's doing movies where he really owns the IP. So we know we can't run so many people through the paces anymore. And then they start making these movies where you start seeing like there are these rom-coms, simple, old school, Beverly Hills, Hollywood type of thing, Quentin Tarantino, where it's like we throw in an old actor and it's unique, it's fulfilling. Like we're gonna make a movie where George Clooney and I don't know, and Angelina Jolie or somebody get together and it's a fun rom com, or like
Yeah.
where it's like, okay, like they're older actors, we get it, but that's not our generation anymore. And as people get older, they're gonna start, because now kids nowadays they're not even really gonna remember that Samuel Jackson was Colonel Ferry back at the first Avengers movie that
Yeah.
came out in the early 2000s, and more so, we're not we're not too keen on caring anymore. We're not too keen on caring anymore, and that goes to they should have just recasted. They like for
Don't
Black
say
Panther
it.
2. You don't say it. Don't say it. I'm sorry, bro. Like it should have happened. It should have happened. It could have happened.
I don't agree.
But they're doing it. The next one is going to be his son.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get that, but it makes sense. It makes sense.
But they're about to age somebody 20 years. They're going to have to do
That's
something
fine.
in the timeline where it's
That's
like
fine. That's fine. What they did is fine. I there's so many people that kept saying, "Oh, we should recast T'Challa." I just didn't see it. It could work, yes, but there was no point. There was no point. There was no point. I'm
yeah, no
sorry.
point now after we've seen the movie, but what was the movie going to be like if T'Challa was still in it?
They said it was like a father and son duo kind of movie or whatever. Like, just going through the trials of, being a Wakandian and whatever and da da da. But like still, it would have been good, you know what I'm saying? Like to see like, father and son, you know what I'm saying, in a black movie and stuff like that. Yes, it would have been good.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't see the recast. I don't think T'Challa should not have been recasted, and it's fine. It's fine because black people still complain anyway about the story. Whatever they got, they would have still complained a little bit. But in the end, in the sense, T'Challa didn't get recasted, but the Black Panther will. The Black Panther is a mantle. It's a name, like how anyone could have Thor's hammer, and you would kind of be Thor. You know what I'm saying? This is the name. You guys will be okay. The Black Panther will come back soon.
We'll see him. We'll see him. We'll see him.
They'll be all right. They'll be all right. I don't know. We didn't need it because if they would have recasted him, we wouldn't have seen the Black Panther in ages. Still, we haven't seen the Black Panther since Black Panther 2.
I feel like if they would have recast him, the only thing that we really would have missed out on is the powerful performance that Angela Bassett gave us.
Angela Bassett would have probably still died.
She probably would have still died, but her performance just with the not like I feel like she really like I feel like she was one of the hardest performers in that movie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And
She definitely out. I think almost outperformed everybody
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
for
And
sure.
they still I don't think that they still walked over for an award from that. I really
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She didn't get the award. The award for best supporting actress that was given to Jamie Lee Curtis in Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I still think that's the biggest slap in the face to anybody
and
because what
I love that
like
movie, but all she did was the hot dog figures. That was
like
like
all she was just the
phone
side
post.
villain of
Yeah.
the movie. This like the villain like the
Yeah.
she was the side villain of the movie.
The side villain.
Like it
Because the
wasn't
daughter was the
even
real villain.
about her.
It was
It
just
was
like she was there. She was the tax representative. And then eventually the role just expanded. Where I'm like, but at the end, it was like Like I remember watching that. I remember like seeing her go on stage. Like I remember everybody's face. Like I think I still have a meme saved for where like actors were in the crowd. Like
Yeah, it made zero sense. Jamie Lee's Curtis. That's a Jamie Lee Curtis's like role in Everything Everywhere All at Once is good, but it's not better than Angela Bassett's Black Panther 2. And it was not better than her co-star in the same movie, Stephanie Hughes or whatever,
yeah, yeah.
the daughter in
Daughter,
the
the
movie.
daughter.
The
Yeah.
daughter in the movie sold. I
Mhm.
hit me if you want, but she actually might have been the best actor throughout the entire movie.
Yeah. No,
Like,
she was she really carried like it
yeah,
all the way up to the end. Like just
yeah,
carried.
she
And
embodied.
I feel like if her role was the awakening role, like her role filled in all the gaps. If it wasn't for the roles that she was playing, a lot of us would have been confused. But
Yeah,
she was playing the role so well, she was closing the whole loop. She closed the loop. She did.
yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis just was thrown into roles where it was like, I could live without this. I could live without the whole sauce, the whole
It
hot
could have
dog
been
theater
anybody
scene.
else. It
It
could have
could
been
have been,
anybody else.
could have been anybody.
Yeah,
Anybody could did that.
you know, in the movie, I'm really glad like the way it turned out because like the way that movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once, almost had Jackie Chan in it. It almost had Aquafina in it as well as the daughter. That would have been the bombshell.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like, yes, those are great actors, but the way it turned out is so much better.
And
So it's so much more better and so much more magical.
it's one of those tales as old as time where it's like, oh, you don't want to really throw much thought or support into my movie. I'm gonna do my own thing. It's gonna go crazy. It's the same thing in the cinema industry where it's like, are these indie films where it's
Yeah.
like we're independent companies with no major backing are giving us movies that we're talking about for ages. They're 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 giving us what these big corporations can't deliver us anymore because they're so stuck on certain IPs where it's like, okay, well, give me something new, give me something awakening, give me something eye opening.
Yeah,
Nah, we're
A24.
gonna we're gonna
A24 is killing it. Every year they're taking a lot of these their A24 is taking out Marvel. They're taking
Mhm.
out Sony. They're taking out 20th Century Fox and everything. They're taking them out by storm, by
Mhm.
miles. And I love it.
Uh-huh.
They're giving us horror movies, they're giving us comedy movies, romance movies, thrillers, everything.
And it's necessary because it's a wake up call. But yes, these movies are outselling. They're the big developer movies are outselling. Yes,
Yeah.
because you got more marketing, you got more promotion, you got people that are gonna go because they know what to expect and it's okay. But when the awards come around,
They're
when it's time,
sweeping.
yeah, they're getting swept. People are sitting there like, where's my Oscar? Where's my Emmy? Nah, you we loved when you put on that cape and tights, but
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
there wasn't too much depth. There we were
Yeah.
looking for more in the script.
It wasn't better than this movie that was on a budget of $50,000.
On a budget of 50.
Like
Sorry, like we can't
you you know how
uh,
embarrassing that is? You just got outclassed. You know what I'm saying? Like
you put it
in October, Joker 2 got beat by Terrifier 3,
mhm,
an indie film with the
mhm.
way lower budget than anything. Storm the box office.
There's
How does that
people
happen?
I've seen so many memes where people are like the only clowns in the movie theater during Joker 2 was me. People are they were trying to say people would just get up and walk out. People were getting up
Yeah.
and saying, like, 'cause, I mean, you know me. If a movie is bad, I will fall asleep in that theater. I will fall asleep in
Yeah.
that theater and I will wake up and be like, is it over?
Damn.
Is
Yeah.
it over? And I we've been there where I've fallen asleep in a movie theater and been like, and you like Tay's over asleep. And I'll be like, dude, that
Yeah.
was bad. Like,
Yeah.
if you can't keep me woke during the movie, like I'm gonna fall asleep as though I'm sitting on my couch and I'm like, well, this wasn't entertaining at all. And there's been two movies that have done that to me. Thor the Dark Road and Thor Love and Thunder. Fell asleep in them. Those are two movies Marvel delivered to me where I was like, damn, bro. I'm tired. Is anybody here tired? Like where it
Yeah.
was like, man, I was better off not being there because I didn't see nothing. And then there's movies
Yeah.
that kept me on the edge of my seat where I was like, man, I was really tired going into this, but ah,
I'm glad. I'm glad
wait,
I watched it.
wait,
Yeah.
like I was gonna fall. I've seen Doom too. I went after a long shift and I was like, man, I really want to fall asleep, but man,
That's a long movie too. It's a very long
long
movie,
movie.
and it's great from
Great,
literally beginning to end.
it's
They just
great.
don't got the magic no more. It is what it is. Like these corporations that used to give us hit after hit aren't giving us hit after hit no more. It's the indie or the one the one hit wonder kind of companies that are just giving it to us, and they are not failing.
They're not feeling it. They're better off going straight to DVD.
Yeah,
And nowadays, it's like some of these
straight to
movies
streaming
can't
services. Yeah,
can't compete with Netflix. Netflix is dropping shit that everybody's talking about.
yeah.
I remember when Netflix wasn't people considered Netflix not legitimate. They said this isn't a legitimate. They are not a legitimate studio. They should not be making movies. They're a streaming service. Just if a movie is coming out on Netflix, don't watch it. It's not good.
Yeah, especially in the beginning too. I think Netflix offered themselves to Blockbuster
Mm-hmm.
or something along the lines of that.
They did.
And Blockbuster was like, nah.
Then they ended up
And
getting bought out by Redbox.
yeah,
Where Redbox closed them down, and now Redbox is no longer a thing. And Netflix is like, we're
we
we're about
are.
to increase the cost of our subscription substantially,
Yeah,
and you're
the
still
for
gonna
the
go for it. And
yeah,
then
for the 19th time.
not only that, if you're not living in the same household, we know,
Yeah, we
we
know.
know, like, but you're still gonna buy it. You're still gonna get off your parents' account, and you're still gonna buy a Netflix account.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Guess what? We're dropping a new monster series, Menendez
Yeah.
Day. You're gonna want to
You
watch
guys are gonna
it.
watch it.
Like,
You're gonna because guess what? All your friends are gonna talk about it and you are gonna want to watch
uh,
it. One
and,
way or another, you're gonna watch it.
and we're partnering with big names. We got Adam Sandler over here. We got Kevin Hart partner with us, and we just got Tyler Perry. And we're people are going to Netflix like, can I give you movies? People are going with their own independent studio because they're giving people an outlet now. So now it's now
Yeah.
Kevin Hart's Heartbeat Productions has a place to put their movies. Tyler Perry has a place to put his movies because Tyler Perry, like, for all this, Tyler Perry's movies aren't going to the theaters. They're not.
Yawn.
Adam Sandler has a place to send his movies. Happy Madison Productions, where they're those kind-hearted, like juke jam movies where it's like it's not the best, but it was fun and I could watch it with the kids on a Sunday
Y'all
night.
gonna watch it anyway.
I'm gonna watch it anyway. And Netflix is like, we'll take all of you. We'll take all of you.
And WWE and up the price.
WWE to up their price. WWE, like, because they merged with UFC. It's like we're a big thing now. We're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna get rid of Vince McMahon, and we're gonna redevelop our thing. Because Vince
Yeah.
McMahon, like nowadays, all these bad dudes that we knew were bad dudes are coming out. Like we always knew they were bad dudes.
But it was
Like
good.
Vince
They made some good TV.
make some good TV. I feel like Vince McMahon said the N word on TV one time, and everybody was just like,
Oh, he definitely did.
he did, and everybody was like, wow,
But it's good TV.
good TV,
It's good TV.
good
It didn't
TV.
matter. Y'all watched it anyway.
Good TV. It's good TV. We were like,
Yeah.
oh, he's a bad guy, but it's good
Yeah.
TV.
But watch
That's
this body slam though.
yeah. Watch his body. And I feel like in America,
Yeah,
good TV is all you need. Americans only need to be entertained.
that's it.
They only need
Nothing
to be
less,
entertained.
nothing more.
That's why Donald Trump was such a, like his first presidency. It was hilarious. I feel like it was a fever dream. Like it was hilarious because I'd wake up and I see Twitter and he posts something hilarious that he just did to a world leader or said to a world leader. Like I just I just told Kim Jong Un to go fuck himself.
Right.
Whoa, like Mr. President, like it was like whoa, it's like what's going on here, like. It was something crazy where it was like I just told the prime minister or whatever of Switzerland, free ASAP Rocky, or
Yeah.
I'm sending in the nukes. Like
Literally, fever dream. Fever dream. It didn't make no sense. It's ridiculous. But
it was entertaining. We were
great
all
TV.
laughing. It was
great
good
TV.
TV. It was good TV. And America loves when we put actors as presidents. Donald Trump
Yeah.
was an actor. Ronald Reagan was an actor. We white people love Ronald Reagan. Like white people are coming up in grade school already knowing who like Ronald Reagan is. They're like, oh, they're like, you know who Ronald Reagan is before you know who any really like Ronald Reagan is like one of like you're gonna know George Washington, you're gonna know Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
like there's some
Yeah.
presidents where you're just gonna know. You're just gonna know them. Like I don't know. You're gonna know Abraham Lincoln. Like you're gonna know these guys.
You're gonna know.
And it was like it was an actor. He was an actor. But people need to be entertained. They're like, oh, he was getting on TV. He was getting on TV just telling us something like
random shit, going against the grain. He's going against the grain, saying whatever came to mind, and he was actively talking shit. Like
we need
talking shit.
We need to end this war on drugs.
Yeah.
America.
Like,
like they gave him a freaking they gave him the airport to Washington D.C. They said we're gonna make the airport of the capital of our nation. We're gonna name it after you, Ronald Reagan. we're gonna name it after
like what the fuck?
Americans love Ronald Reagan like Texas loved the Bush family. They said, look, this is our guy.
God bless the Bush family.
The governors of California have been actors for who knows how long. Like where it's like you were an actor. Like I was on TV, on big things. America is going to the movie industry and asking these people to run for president. Dwayne Johnson, when are you going to run for president?
Yeah.
No qualifications. No qualifications other than being an actor.
But
Dwayne Johnson, when are you going to start your? And these people are getting up on stage, leg kicked up. I'm thinking about it. Might not be this run, but 8 more years. Figure it out.
It's coming soon.
It's coming. They're so convinced. They're very convinced because we have convinced them that the only qualification you need in America to be president is to be an actor. Where it's like to be not even an actor, be entertaining.
Yeah.
Because we put Kanye on that ballot. Kanye was on that ballot. he was on there.
He was.
He was on there.
Still can't believe it, but he fucking was.
He was on it. He was on that ballot in some states. I seen it in Kentucky. He was on the ballot. Where it was like, man, should I do it? Like people love to be entertained. People in America love to be entertained. There are places in the world where you are getting up and you are working and you are going to sleep. You don't know anything about the outside world. Certain parts of China, there are certain parts of North Korea, like a lot of parts, but certain parts of like India, there are countries where you are getting up, you're going to work. There's really no outside entertainment. There are cultural, traditional entertainment, but that's just it.
Yeah.
Here in America, it's like where's the next big thing? Like we need to be entertained. We need to laugh. We need to giggle to the point where we don't even care who the leader of our nation is anymore. We'll just if you're entertaining. And like that's even on as bipartisan as I can say, because I'm like, look, if I see somebody entertained, I'm probably just gonna vote for him. I don't care if the Democrat or Republican. If I know I'm gonna get a good laugh out of it,
slightly racist.
Like or slightly racist. It's like, but they're entertaining. And I don't know if they're gonna say, oh, you guys sound like some coon. Who like at this point it's America. People are slightly racist, even if they're not. Even if we can't slap on that banner and say you are openly and actively racist.
Yeah.
Somewhere is it like you are slightly racist. It doesn't like if you are a white person, you are slightly racist. If you are a black person, even then, you are slightly racist. You have said some racist things. They might not have been about white people, but you have said some racist things, whether it be about your own people or another people that you like. They might not be the majority white people, but I am still racist towards this demographic.
Yeah.
You have said, like it's America. America, like we are going to do some racist things. Like we're gonna say some racist things or have some racist thoughts because entertainment has put it in our mind. Like these are the stereotypes. These are the funny stereotypes. These are the real stereotypes. These are the you're probably taking a little too far stereotypes, but we know them.
Yeah.
And entertainment uses them. the movie cinema, they are gonna throw in those stereotypes where it's like we're gonna have you say this to this black character because you're white, but the whole crowd's gonna go wild. Crap, it's gonna be amazing. The crowd's gonna laugh. It's gonna be a scene where I know in the theater everybody's gonna be like, "No way you said that," but you said it.
Yeah.
You said it, and we're gonna get so racist, Laws. We're gonna get so racist. We're gonna get so racist because racism is so entertaining. We are gonna put a white man in an American flag costume, call him Homelander, and make a whole series about it. And it's gonna be the best series Amazon has out.
Completely satire, and they
It's gonna be
Yeah.
complete satire. It's gonna be complete satire, but it's gonna be so entertaining. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, or red all over. You're when the
you're gonna
boys
love it.
when the boys come on, it's gonna be talked about. It's gonna be talked about so much, even if you don't agree with it, you're gonna still watch it to be mad, to be mad about it. So you can go to those conversations you're having at work, at home, in the bar, in the club. Doesn't matter where you at, where they're talking about that, and you can finally chime in and say it was racist. The whole last season was just structured racism. Structured racism. But it was. We watched it. They had one season where I think she was a Nazi. She was a Nazi. She was a superpowered
Stormfront.
Nazi.
Stormfront, yeah.
Stormfront, yeah. And it was like, damn, she's a Nazi.
A Nazi. And
And
unapologetic.
and like but it's crazy because they're gonna do something there where like I think that one of those scenes where it was like beat these guys to death with these baseball bats. They're your biggest fans. It's like now you got to think so outside of the box to really make something entertaining. And that there are developers where if you don't cut out that censorship and just go straight raw, your show is going to flop. You have to have that rawness in there because now Americans have reached a certain point where it's like we see everything. There's no more, what's the word? There's no more being demure. There's no more being modest. Everything is there.